Hi, kindergarten. Today for Flashback Friday, you might have chose this lesson. Today we're going to talk about decomposing the number 14. To decompose means to take apart. So we know that we can decompose the number 14 into 10 and 4. 10 plus 4 equals 14. But there are other ways that you can decompose the number 14 or other ways that you can break up the number. So we're going to do that today. Here on the first slide, it says Sammy has 14 flowers. Some are yellow and some are red. What might her flowers look like? So sometimes when you're decomposing numbers, you get to choose both numbers. Like in this case, it doesn't tell us how many red, it doesn't tell us how many yellow, you get to choose. But in other cases, like actually the second problem we're going to do, sometimes they give you the first number and you need to try to find the second number. It's important that you know the difference because if they give you the first number, you need to make sure to use that number. You don't get to pick whatever numbers you want. So let's go ahead with this first question. I'll read it again. Sammy has 14 flowers. Some are yellow and some are red. What might her flowers look like? So really, we can pick any number we want for the first number. We're going to do yellow flowers first. So what do you think? How many yellow flowers do you think Sammy might have? There isn't a wrong answer as long as the number is within 14. So think, what number do you want? And let's see if I pick any of your numbers. Let's start adding yellow flowers. So we need to make sure that it gets all the way up to 14 with both flowers. But just for yellow, we can kind of do however many we want. And I think I'm going to start with 5 yellow flowers. Did any of you guys say 5? So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to write this with my finger. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm starting with 5 yellow flowers. And now the next step is I need to add flowers until I get to that number 14. So let's do that. So I've got my red flowers now, and I'm going to keep dragging them out until I get to 14. So we know that when I fill the first 10 frame, I have 10. So far I have 5 red flowers, but I need to keep going until I reach the number 14. Let's count to make sure we have 14. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have all 14 flowers, but we need to finish our addition sentence at the bottom. We know we have 5 yellow, and now we need to see how many red. If you look at the 2 rows of red, you might notice that it kind of looks like its own 10 frame. Let me show you what I mean. So we've got one 10 frame. We've got one 10 frame up here at the top, one 10 frame here at the bottom, but it's also kind of like this is its own 10 frame, its own 2 rows of 5. So if you look at it that way, I'm wondering if any of you guys know the number right off the bat. If you don't know that number right away, we can go ahead and count. Let's count how many red flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I'm going to go ahead and write that. Oops, got to get my pen. And now we have decomposed the number 14. We broke that number apart into 5 yellow flowers and 9 red flowers. And when you put all those flowers together, Sammy has 14 flowers. Now there are tons of different ways you could have done this. You could have done 1 yellow flower. You could have done 2 yellow flowers. You could have even had 13 yellow flowers and 1 red flower. With this kind of a problem, it lets you choose. So now let's move on to the next one. For the next one, it's a little bit different. Listen to this. Sammy has 14 flowers. 7 are yellow and the rest are red. How many red flowers does Sammy have? So right away, I already put in the 7 yellow flowers that it tells us about in our problem. And I'm actually going to go in and write the number 7 too, because we know right off the bat that Sammy has 7 yellow flowers. So now what do we need to do to solve the problem? Well, we know that Sammy has 14 flowers, so we need to keep adding red flowers until we get to 14. Let's do that now. As I'm adding these flowers, notice I made it to 10. And now let's see, do you remember what 14 looks like? If you were adding these counters, would you know where to stop? Do I need more or am I done? I have one group of 10 in a group of 4. We know that 10 plus 4 equals 14. So I have all 14 counters ready to go. But now I'm not finished. I have to figure out how many red counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me write that at the bottom. So we know that 7 plus 7 equals 14. If Sammy has 7 yellow flowers, then she has, and she knows she has 14, then she has 7 red flowers. So I hope you enjoyed decomposing the number 14. There are tons of different ways you can break apart this number. Thanks for joining for the Flashback Friday today.